So what are your thoughts on Castle Doctrine and shooting people who come into your house?
Personally, for me, it's not a given. I will never say, as soon as they cross the threshold, they're getting gunfire. No, because I mean, there are so many cases of 16-year-old that got the wrong house numbers from another little 16-year-old that he was trying to slip in her back window, or vice versa, or whatever, you know, or genuinely crazy people that just got loose. I think there was a case in Georgia where a guy got out of some kind of facility, and he was still in his hospital garb, and he was banging on the front door, banging. He got out. He thought he was home. Obviously didn't have his keys. Homeowner exited his house, made a tactical approach, pied the side of his house, saw the flank, and just broke out and popped that guy. It was a really good shooting. You know, I think it's a lawful shooting. I don't think that's a good one. No, I think if somebody crosses my threshold with malicious intent to kill me, the follow-up statement usually made in a drive-by post when somebody hears that is, well, what other kind of intent would somebody cross the threshold of your home? All kinds.
All kinds of intent.
All kinds. I mean,
yeah, there's a gal that worked at Tenacor that, you know, she was home alone with her teenage son, and someone broke into their house, and it was a drunk friend of a neighbor, laid down on the couch and fell asleep.
Yep.
Right? And, you know, technically, would she have been justified in shooting this
absolutely.
person? 100%, right? But she didn't. She barricaded herself, called 911. I mean, the person wasn't actively a threat anyway,
just
right?
Wanted the couch
just wanted to go to sleep at their friend's house, right? Like, there's less stuff for her to deal with having not shot that person.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right? And so the idea that you would just, someone comes in my house, I'm going to shoot them.
You know, I think when most people make statements like that, they just haven't considered other circumstances or any kind of ambiguity or the possibility that somebody would forcibly enter your home not with malicious intent, you know?
Yep. Then I guess malicious intent, like to steal your TV? Or
that's malicious.
Yeah, I mean, it is malicious.
That's malicious.
But then there's still potentially a question there, right? Of like, I mean, there's a difference between you're sitting in the living room and they break in and you see them versus you're several rooms away or something and, you know, going out to find them. And again, not like certainly within one's right, but it is reasonable at least for someone to be like, yeah, I'm not going to go search my house. Like if I know where everybody is that I care about and they're safe, I don't necessarily need to go search my house. I pay taxes and I can call the police and they can come do that for me because it is a relatively high risk.
I think also I think good state law probably recognizes some variance in those circumstances. Like I don't know what the statutory language is now, but we used to have burglary of an occupied dwelling and home invasion.
I mean, home invasion being more, it's a robbery.
Or they know you're there.
Yeah, okay.
They know you're there.
Gotcha. So the distinction between they know you're there and they're going in there versus
burglary
the house
of an
happens to be
dwelling.
occupied and they thought it wasn't, which a home invasion is a totally different thing.
Correct.
Than a burglary. Both serious crimes, but fundamentally different.
They know you're there and they're willing to harm you, and more often than not, they do.